guess we're gonna do another one just to show you guys. Over the weekend, I didn't really record it because I thought it was just like no one wanted to see it because it's a daily. But I ended up fixing the RX8, put a new oil pan on it, put a new transmission on it, put a new twin disc on it. After we did all that stuff, the car just wasn't going to gear, and I was just like too tired, didn't care to figure it out. I adjusted the pedal throw a little harder so I can actually get the car to go in gear, and it started kind of working. So I got home and started basically not working again. So it kind of like made me think that my master cylinder was going out. Could we put a new six cylinder in it? And went out for a drive yesterday, left me stranded. So kept trying to figure out what could it be, and I forgot the RX8s are kind of stupid, and Mazda kind of shit the bed on the clutch pedal. So if you guys didn't know, RX8s brake clutch pedal mounts all the time, especially me drifting it like this. Can lead up to doing this to your clutch pedal. So I literally completely ripped it off the housing. So today I'm gonna clean this up, get all that hair out of it. Not sure whose hair that is, but clean it up, reinforce it, weld the shit out of it, put it back in the car, and hopefully we should have a running RX8 again. Because man, I miss this car. I mean, honestly, like, I'm still kind of back and forth with the turbo kit or not. I'm thinking about selling the turbo kit if anyone's interested in it, turbo kit and engine, because I have a new plan for the car, and it's gonna be way cooler, but it requires me selling the old stuff first. That's all I'm gonna tell you about it. So for now, I'm just gonna take this inside the garage, kind of hammer it back to where it's supposed to be, put some little welds on it, and then start cutting up some metal to reinforce it. They used to sell a bracket to reinforce the pedals. They don't anymore. Luckily, the pictures are out there on the internet, so you can actually just like kind of go off of it and make your own bracket. That's what I'm gonna do, and just gonna try to get that done today, because I mean, it kind of sucks that I've spent all weekend fixing the car, and then Monday it breaks down because of the basically the whole assembly. It kind of shifted over too, so I kind of have to figure out how to straighten it out a little bit, because it was pointing, basically the clutch pedal was touching the brake pedal at one point. So excuse the mess. We've been getting a lot of parts in the mail. I'm actually helping out one of my friends build his car, and literally the garage is gonna take up parts now. So still a bunch of shit missing. Once everything's here, this car's gonna go outside for now, and then bring in his car, get it done, and then bring this car back in later. We got the bracket sorted straight now. Let's gotta tack weld that where it's supposed to be before it broke, and then start reinforcing the whole pedal assembly. An hour and a half later, came up with this bracket, boxed it in to make it stronger. The kits that were online, they usually just get you to bolt it on, but I'm just gonna weld it on. So what I'm gonna do now, just put this in there, double check it, make sure it's gonna be 100% right before I actually get in there and weld it for final time, and that should be it. Hopefully we have a running car at the end of the day. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. And then this bracket just goes in there, and it sits right there. So I'm just gonna weld it around here, weld it around here, here. Basically area I can tie it into. And most likely after that, I'm just gonna make a bracket, weld something here to reinforce it, and then something on this side that ties into here. That way, this is gonna be 100% solid from now on. Got everything welded up, reinforce here, reinforce in there. Just, I mean, as best as I could. This metal's really thin and shitty, so I couldn't get too much in there. I think this should do the job, so I'm just gonna put it back in, and hopefully that was it. Let's see if it works now. Come on, stupid ass belt. Obviously it's back up and running now. Super happy because I mean I miss this car a lot. Like I said, I'm still debating whether or not still debating whether or not I'm a turbo this car. I kind of want to do an NA 3-rotor. I can't switch it for it. It's too much money, and honest, like, to me 3-rotor sounds cooler. But I want to do a Renesis 3-rotor, so maybe I'm gonna sell the turbo kit from this car and do that. But for now, I'm just leaving it in stock. Just gotta make a skid plate for the front because I'm already hitting the oil pan again, and just drive the shit out of it. That's it. Maybe put a 100-shot nitrous through it, see what it does, see if it blows up. Now that I'm done with this, I'm just gonna go and start working with the RX-7s now. Mochi, you ready to go? Let's go, let's go. Come on, let's go. Alright guys, so today we're starting on one of basically my favorite projects like I actually got recently. It's gonna be probably one of my favorites because it's involving a pretty cool friend that I have and a pretty cool car too. I'm working on Chelsea Delpha's car, so we're about to build them a pretty cool, reliable rotary car. And this is what I mean as in a pretty cool car. So he bought almost, you can say almost a bone stock GSLC. It has some work done to it. I mean, it has a Holley carburetor on it, racing beat exhaust, but it's slow. So he brought it to me, and we're about to make it really nice and pretty fast too. So I mean, right now the car runs. Somewhat runs. Let me see. This carburetor stuff, you know. Come on, buddy. Tell you what, that's a pretty good starter at least, but the car has some issues. It has a bad fuel pump. The tuning and carburetor is pretty off. I mean, the engine ran, so it's not too bad. But today we're gonna pull the engine out. We sold the engine, and we're gonna pull the engine out, transmission. Okay, basically everything we need to get out of the car for right now. So we're gonna start mucking up the turbo block on it. One cool thing about this car is if you see, like, basically we're sitting still, and I'm able to just turn the steering wheel like nothing. It's because this GSLC came with power steering. So we're gonna adapt that whole bracket to keep the power steering and the AC with the turbo engine. It's a little bit of work, but we're gonna make it work. I mean, we're in Florida, you need AC in Florida. So the plan for the build is gonna be a 13B REW turbo, of course, RC transmission. I mean, we're gonna do a lot of little things here and there, but it's mostly he wants like a 350 horsepower build. We'll build him like a probably build's gonna max out his turbo, probably in the high 500s, but it all depends on what kind of map he wants to run in the car. If he wants to run low boost, what kind of fuel he wants to run in the car. But he's gonna have the engine and everything backed up to make the 500 and up. So I mean, enough talking. I'm just gonna go turn the car off before it gets too hot. I need to work on it. I gotta pull the engine out. So engine, transmission, drive shaft, radiator. I mean, everything needs to come out of the car today. Outside the garage because I still have my FD in the garage because I'm waiting on a transmission mount. So it's gonna be fun. At least it's finally getting a little warmer out here. And today's gonna be like in the 70s. So I'm gonna be out here today with Mochi helping me today, right, Mochi? Come here, buddy. You gonna help me today? Yeah, you need a haircut, man. It's getting too hot out here for you too. So yeah, so Mochi is still alive and doing good. For those people asking, it's just that now Mochi is basically like a babysitter. So he watches the baby while I work. How's that working out for you, Mochi? This might take a little bit longer than I want to, but I have to be really careful to not mess up any of the AC and power steering. And the car is literally really nice too, so I don't want to scratch it up, so I have to be really, really careful with it. The fun part is going to be pulling the engine out of the car with no engine hoist, so I might get a little bit crazy and just dump the engine onto the car. I don't know, I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Just like that, everything's ready to go. Engine's loose. Just got to manhandle it out, and that's about it. The only thing I haven't disconnected yet are the oil lines. I haven't disconnected the oil lines yet, just because I don't want it to leak oil in the driveway. So for now, it's gonna stay like that. Later on, when it gets a little cool outside, right now it's really hot, gotta take the hood off the car, pull the engine out, and then drop it off tomorrow to the person that bought it. And after that, we can start building the engine. So we're gonna get Mike start bouncing the engine in Virginia, and then ship it out to me so I can port it and build it out here.